For more than 50 years, ADP has been processing payroll and providing services to small businesses. We handle the payroll calculation and administrative work, so you can be free to focus on your core business. At ADP, small business is our business.
16 years ago, Karen Burstein achieved her lifelong goal. She founded her own interior architectural design company, CLB Designs. As her firm grew, she, like many entrepreneurs, found herself bogged down in the operational details, which reduced the amount of time she had to spend doing the design work she loved.
Personally, I was doing all the design work during the day, meeting with the clients, and then at night doing all the billing, the invoicing, and then some of the marketing. So I was really kind of handling a lot of different jobs at the very beginning when I was starting my own company.
One of the most taxing responsibilities for Burstein was managing payroll for the firm's burgeoning staff.
There would be times where maybe we didn't get the checks off fast enough, or if we were out of town, we couldn't get them written. The employees would wait a week till we got back. If we took a vacation, they'd have to wait, or we'd have to write checks beforehand. We'd have to worry about all that.
Burstein eventually turned to an outside payroll service to manage the process, and she says it's one of the best decisions she ever made.
To manage your own payroll is taking away energy from doing what you really know best. And I think it's really important to realize to have the professionals do what they know and you do what you know best. So you'll be able to grow the company faster and be able to control things on a much more manageable basis. I am thinking that
ease of managing the payroll process is only one of the reasons business owners utilize payroll services. Another critical factor is accuracy. There are numerous compliance laws that must be followed, but it's difficult for a small business owner to keep up with them. As Mary Quigg, CEO of Vandover, learned, it's easy to make mistakes.
Oh, yes. Not only did you make mistakes, but, if you did it wrong, the government's very unforgiving. And, you can have a penalty for missing a postmark that, is more than the tax bill you would have owed if you'd have mailed it an hour earlier.
The IRS levies stiff penalties that can be up to 15% of the tax due if you fail to make your tax deposit in time.
We've had clients come to us with some very awful messes that we've had to straighten out, so using a payroll service generally is a very cost-efficient way to approach it in the long run. It's not only the federal tax, but there's usually state withholding, and there's usually state unemployment tax needs to be filed. So and these all have different due dates. The deposit of tax as well as the filing of the forms all have various due dates throughout the year and things that you have to watch. So if you're not trained in this area to know when these due dates are, you can fail to comply.
If you decide a payroll service could be a benefit to your business, make sure you ask the right questions. There are many different types of payroll services, ranging from small firms to very large companies, and there are a number of factors to consider. Make sure the services you need are offered.
The bigger ones, examples are like ADP and Paychex, have thousands of accounts. They're very good in what they do, and they also offer some services that the small services can't offer. Some small services can't do direct deposits, and the larger ones do what I call is hands-free payroll. They basically on payroll day take the entire amount of the payroll plus the payroll taxes out of your bank account and hold them, and then they file the tax returns. Without your knowledge or you signing anything or going to the bank and making any deposits, where in a smaller shop you're more likely to be involved in the payroll process by signing checks and making bank deposits and signing payroll tax reports.
Look for a way to communicate with the service.
We can watch our payroll. We can either call it in or input it online, and we've not had a mistake or a penalty or a form that was wrong in 6-7 years now, so it's peace of mind.
Find an established firm that will stand behind you.
The red flags have to do with just making sure that the service you go with is very conscientious about what they do and professional, and because they can get you into problems with the IRS if their compliance is not up to speed and they allow you to file reports wrong and or make deposits late and so on. So whoever you pick, you want to make sure that they're very experienced and professional about what they do.
Also, look for flexibility and good customer service. So if you forget to make the call or make it late, the service should be able to rush the job so your employee gets paid in a timely fashion. Despite the advantages of using a payroll service, many small businesses continue to do their own. But remember, as the employer, you are always responsible for paying payroll taxes.
The employer or any person in the company that has any remote responsibility about remitting these to the IRS can be held personally to pay these taxes if the company cannot afford it. And so if you're doing the payroll in-house yourself, there's not a professional watching you, making sure that you're complying with these laws, and they can be. I've seen people get in some really serious problems with it.
Let go and let somebody else do it. I think that to let the professionals do what they do best so that you can free up your energy and your time and do what you do best.
For more information about payroll services, here are some national resources.